we're going to do circle time, but I'm gonna be in my home and you're gonna be in your home. So since we're not at school, we can't really look at our experiment. If you remember your experiment, touch your nose. I can't see you, so it doesn't work that well. Let's see, this is our control. Who remembers our control? Maybe it's better if you looked at it the other way, you see it. This is the bread that we didn't touch at all in our germ experiment. Do you see any mold? I don't see any mold. This bread would probably still be good to eat, but we're not gonna eat it. Let's compare our other breads. This is when we washed our hands with soap and water. Do you remember? Aria and Adeline helped us wash the hands and touch the bread. Raise your hand if you see some mold on it. I don't see any mold. Wow, cleaning your hands with soap and water is really good. Let's see what happened to our bread with hand sanitizer. I remember that Preston touched this bread. There's no mold on this side. But when you turn it around, raise your hand if you see mold. I see some mold, just a few little spots. Hand sanitizer still kept this bread pretty clean. Now we had our friend Alicia keep her hands super dirty. She didn't wash her hands after the playground or after lunch, just so she could touch this bread. And then she washed them after, remember? Wow, where her hand went, there's mold. Ew, gross. We don't want to eat this bread. It has mold on it. This bread was the most fun to make. Everybody got to cough on this bread and sneeze on this bread. It looks really gross now. If you want to eat this bread, make a funny face. I don't want to eat this bread. It looks really yucky. It's so dirty. All of our coughs and sneezes, we want to make sure those don't get on people at all. Now the last bread, the dirtiest bread. Who remembers what we did to this bread? Did we wipe it on our heads? No. Did we wipe it on our feet? No, but that's really close. We wiped it on the floor. Grace wiped it on the floor. Look how gross this bread is. The floor is so dirty. Yuck. I don't want to eat anything off of the floor after seeing this bread. So we made a lot of hypotheses. Raise your hand if you remember what a hypothesis is. A hypothesis is what you think will happen in the experiment. And our poster is still at school, but see if you can remember what you said. I remember that we said that sneezing and coughing and the floor would be the dirtiest breads. And I think you were right. But that means it's really gross. If I cough or sneeze, I go, achoo. No, I need to cover my mouth. That way, we don't get any germs on anything. All of these bread germs are germs that could get on people if you sneeze on them. Yucky. So our conclusion is that the dirtiest breads are the breads that were rubbed on the floor and the ones that we sneezed on. And the cleanest bread is the one where we use soap and water to wash our hands. So now that we're done with the experiment, I'm gonna put the bread in the trash can because nobody wants to eat that bread. And now we're going to read a book. I chose a book that I have at my home, and it's a really silly book. It's called Goofy Keeps Fit. Now it looks all funny and backwards to you, because of my camera, but I can still read it. I think it's important to read this book because it teaches us to stay active and keep moving, even when we're not at school. Goofy keeps fit. Right, boys and girls, the first thing to do to train for the Olympics is, check everything before you start. Now I'm going to show you how to do a double flip loop-the-loop somersault and land. Gee, I found my lost banana. Oh my goodness, he didn't check and something popped off of his pants and bumped him in the head. And then he slipped on his lost banana. Should food be on the floor? Nope, we leave our food in our mouth or in its container. Hey, you two. You know I hate having a bath before I've had my cocoa. This is where we tone up our biceps. That means arms. It's funny. My right arm seems stronger than my left today. Oof. Oh no. They're gonna let Goofy fall in the water. And on this side, who can tell me why Goofy's weight is stuck? It looks like it's stuck on his clothes. That's called his suspender. And this is where the weightlifting comes in handy. Just watch this. All right. I'll give you your pocket money. Oh my goodness. He is trying to throw the ball. But what's this? Uh-oh. He trips and he falls and the ball hits his head. Ouch. And this friend doesn't look like he's being very nice to Goofy. I think he could probably make some nicer choices. Have you ever had that sinking feeling? Uh-oh, it looks like something's gonna happen. If you manage to get the bullseye, Huey, I reckon Uncle Goofy will be out of there in 2.8 seconds. Oh my goodness, what's happening to the floor underneath of his feet? It looks like it's breaking. I wonder what will happen if the floor breaks. And on this side, it looks like Goofy's stuck and they're trying to help him out. But it looks like they're not making very safe choices again. We need to talk to Huey, Dewey, and Louie and tell them all about the safe choices we make in the classroom. The things I do to get a little peace around here. Oh my. He's riding his bicycle to get good exercise, and Huey, Dewey, and Louie are holding onto a rope behind him. They're going rollerblading. I wonder who does this look like? Do you like to ride your bicycle? The knack is to keep your eye on it all the way through. Whoops, oop! It might be a good idea to keep your other eye on the ground ahead. He was running. Did he look where he was going? Looks like he ran over maybe a groundhog and he fell. How do you think he could fix that? Maybe he could look where he was going and watch where he's throwing. Or he could throw after he stops. It's so nice to run along, the cool wind rushing past. Can you make a wind noise? Shh. And now to jump and sail through the air, gliding along. What? Get out of the way. Help. Oh my goodness. This animal is a really spiky animal. Can you guess what it is before you see the picture? It looks like a porcupine. It looks like Goofy didn't look where he was going again and he fell on top of a porcupine. Ouch! And now the world champion high jumper is going to clear 7 feet and land on one foot of hard linoleum. Anyone has any medicine? It looks like his friends aren't making very kind choices again. They took his cushion. What could they do to be kind? Could they put it back? I use this powder so that I can get a good grip. I'm using this glue to make sure he does get a good grip. I must use less powder next time. Looks like his friends put some glue on the ball, so he goes with it. Ho-hum, here we go now. Eek! I wonder why ostriches like it so much. There's nothing like having the pool to myself when I do my fancy diving. I just wish they left some water in though. Oh my goodness, have you ever gone swimming in a swimming pool without any water? The funny thing is, the same thing happens when I get out of bed in the mornings. Oh my, it looks like Huey, Dewey, and Louie got into even more trouble. The art of throwing the discus is to stay within the circle. But it looks as if I'm going to be staying here all night. Come in. The door's not locked. Oh my, it looks like he is stuck. Why do you think he got stuck? Just one more, then I'll go lie down. I think I'll take up Tiddlywinks. Other titles in the series. Different books that we can read. Goofy did a lot to keep fit. He did a lot to stay active and to have fun. What are some things that you could do at home to stay active and have fun since we're not going to school? Maybe you could dance with your mom and dad or have a jumping competition. We don't run inside the house, but maybe you could race in your backyard, or you could ride your bicycle if there's really nice weather. You could even stretch and make a pizza like we do in Casa too. Try to think about some fun things that you can do at home and give some ideas to mom and dad so that you can stay active and keep fit just like Goofy. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.